What is buccal fat removal? If you have noticed a dramatic gain in the number of actors and influencers who suddenly develop sky-high cheekbones that narrow into a jawline so sharp it may carve a turkey, you are not alone. And if you've scrolled through their Instagram comments full of compliments and concerns about their new appearance only to find lots of it's merely contour, but are thinking it looks a little bit more permanent than makeup, you're definitely not alone. Celebrity cheek surgery shows a ton of alleged before and afters, but what exactly if anything did they've done? A cosmetic surgery procedure called buccal fat removal is one of the most requested facial cosmetic procedures to emerge over the last few decades, inspired in large part by actors rumored to have experienced the surgery themselves. The concept is simple: by simply taking away the pads of fat in your mid-cheek area, known as buccal fat pads, it is possible to show a thinner and more contoured face. The results change, but they almost always come with defined cheek hollows that almost look the way they would if you were puckering your lips or blowing a whistle. But we took a closer look into this permanent solution to some snatched confront, often asked by young people, to see what exactly it entails, why it is suddenly so hot, and exactly what it'll look like years to the future. The procedure for buccal fat removal. Cosmetic operation, not unlike fashion, is constantly seeing upgrades and developments. They are developments on classic surgeries such as fresh breast implant material. They could be breakthroughs on procedures doctors have been trying to nail for a long time, or they could be newer procedures developed to reflect changing beauty criteria. Buccal fat removal has existed for decades, but in years past, it is normally performed along with other processes. Only recently has it come into fashion for a solo operation, which many doctors attribute to continuous exposure to ideal individuals on Instagram and selfie civilization. The procedure itself is simple. Most candidates believe they have an excess of fat in their face or an especially round or baby-like face and want more definition. Once you're anesthetized, an incision is made in your lips, by the mouth area, along the buccal fat pads are located manually. The entire process takes 30 minutes or not, with swelling in about 2 weeks with zero visible scarrings. You will be given a special mouthwash to avoid disease, and though a liquid diet is needed for around a week, you will have the ability to resume virtually all your regular activities the next day. Buccal fat removal cost. The process generally costs between $2,000 and $5,000, based on your geographic location, the center that your procedure is done in, and if you're under generalized or local anesthesia, generally lower and safer in price. The candidates. Considering buccal fat removal's huge spike in popularity, a wide variety of surgical applicants are asking the process. A perfect candidate is generally a younger individual from the 20s to 40s with excessively full, round, or chubby cheeks who seeks a more balanced facial look. The offender would also ideally be a non-smoker and in good physical health. That last part is essential, not just for surgical security but as well for candidates deemed clinically overweight. It is frequently not the buccal fat pads specifically that are inducing facial fullness, and outcomes would be quite minimal. In reality, there are a few different factors that could be causing excess facial fat that is not prominent in buccal pads, including overly developed jaw muscles in teeth grinding. Many guys opt to undergo surgery as well, looking for a stronger jawline and a more mature appearance fully. Anyone who would like to undergo buccal fat removal should also be wary of the more long-term outcomes of the process. While defined lean hollows and less fat might look great on younger patients now, it's well worth considering how it will look as it ages. Patients beyond age 50 generally aren't recommended cheek reduction surgery. The procedure may result in sunken cheeks and may improve different signs of baldness at increased ages. Furthermore, In the event that you already have a slender or especially angular face, buccal fat removal isn't recommended as outcomes may render you looking gaunt, worn, or older than you are. The risks and rewards: buccal fat removal recovery. It's undeniable that buccal fat removal may look striking and sophisticated. For many who have so-dubbed chipmunk cheeks, the process is a welcome one that can quell a lifetime of bitterness. But despite a quick and relatively easy procedure, many doctors have expressed hesitation for performing the surgery on young patients because of how much facial volume and arrangement can change over the decades. Research is still emerging on the clinical prices of eliminating mid-face fat, and you will find even whole forum threads specializing in 20-something patients that underwent the permanent procedure and regret the loss of fat from the face. While it's safe to say most patients are delighted with their results, one of the dangers of buccal fat removal and all plastic surgery really is that you just don't know how it will appear on your aged face until you're really that age. And considering a lot of visible aging is wrapped up in decreased volume in the face, there is room for regret decades later on. The popularity of both 30-second TikToks and Instagram shots revealing buccal fat before and afters can make the process appear more casual than it really is. But for every regretful post, there are others that explain buccal fat removal since the best thing to happen to them. Happy clients cite increased assurance and self-esteem as two of their favorite results from the process, the greatest possible consequence of almost any plastic surgery. The future of buccal fat removal. Certain cosmetic processes come in and from style to reflect changing beauty standards and ideals. Even though buccal fat removal is famous today, it's unknown if the procedure is here to remain, and we'll get to the ubiquity of different surgeries such as rhinoplasty. The American Society of Plastic Surgeons now doesn't print annual statistics of buccal fat removal procedures, consequently, forecasting future trends of this procedure is difficult. However, it is not likely that buccal fat removal will achieve the same prevalence as Botox, soft tissue fillers, breast augmentation, rhinoplasty, or eyelid surgery, but only time can tell whether that process will increase in popularity. As with all things related to your body, the very best person to talk with concerning this surgery is a doctor. A board-certified cosmetic surgeon will provide you with lots of in-person consultations and help decide if this permanent process is ideal for you.